Hey, everybody. Welcome to the first episode of the Division Community Podcast. I'm Tim Dub151, and to my immediate, I don't know which way is that, my left? Over there. You have Twitch's own LOK King Macho. Can you hear me, Macho?
Warning, entering Darktone.
I hear you kind of low, but
You hear me low?
Yeah.
Let me turn up my volume then on my mic. Could you hear me earlier just fine?
No, I heard you a little different when you started streaming. I don't know why.
Let's see. Is that any better?
No. It's okay. It's okay. I hear you. Yep.
I got my mic all the way up now. How's
All right,
that?
sweet.
Now can you hear
Sounds perfect. Yeah.
All right, good. All right, let's get this agenda open. All right, like I said, this is the first episode of the Division Community Podcast. Tim Dub151 with Twitch's own LOK King Macho, the Division royalty expert himself. We are going to be bringing you these podcasts hopefully once a week after the state of the game. Y'all know who I am on Mixer. Macho, do the honors and introduce yourself.
Yeah, what's up, guys? Well, I'm King Macho, leader of LOK Legion of Kings. I stream daily, 6 to 8 hours, sometimes 20. I'm honored to have this opportunity to discuss the division with my boy Tim Dub over on Mixer. He's also a partner streamer, man, so I hope you guys enjoy this podcast that we're putting our time into. And he's putting a lot of effort into, so make sure you guys show him support.
You mentioned that I'm a Mixer partner. You're obviously a Twitch partner, which I think is awesome. Two huge accomplishments, in my opinion, coming from two totally different platforms. I got my start because of you, watching you, seeing you play a game that I loved already. And the first time that we met, it was in the Dark Zone. And you thought I had a voice modifier on because I sounded like a chipmunk because I was using a wireless mic. But that was just my mic being dumb. I didn't have a modifier. I kind of wish I did now. But yeah, we've been friends since then, man. It's been like, what, 6 months?
Yeah, it's been a while, man.
We've been chatting on the regular. So this is something that I thought the community would be interested in having and using, and there was no one better to bring in who has more knowledge than I do on Division than Macho. So thank you so much for joining and being a part of this. Again, the expectation for this is I'm hoping after every state of the game we can kind of go over what was discussed and get y'all's feedback on it and what y'all think and kind of go from there. I'll be posting the podcast up in iTunes and the Google Play Store after, so if you want to go and listen to it then because you missed it, that's cool. So let's just jump right into it, and I'll let you lead in, Macho, with the recap from 1.8.
Okay, so today, from what I heard, 1.8 will be available tomorrow on PC for the PTS, so people can start diving into it, trying to figure out the problems that are coming. I'm super excited for a lot of things like you have right here in our outline: new weapons, the Resistance, Skirmish, Rogue 2.0. I'm just super excited. I can't wait for it to come out. I don't want to speak too much about it, like personally, because I'm not too sure. I could like speculate a lot if you want, but
speculation is fine. It gives us something to feed off of.
Yeah, I'm just really excited for like Skirmish. I love the Horde modes, honestly, from Gears of War. So I'm gonna be a big fan of Resistance. Hopefully, we could get one of the highest levels. I'm not sure. There's a lot of good teams in the division, so we'll see what happens. Are you excited for anything from 1.8?
I'm excited about Rogue 2.0. One of the things that I really hate about the Dark Zone, and anybody that knows me knows I love the Dark Zone. I hate when you're in battle and you have a manhunt in front of you and it's a challenge and you're going and you're trying to take them out, and then somebody else from the server decides they want to run right in front of you when you're spraying somebody and you hit that 19-second timer, and then all of a sudden your 19-second timer is the hottest thing going on the map. The manhunt means nothing at this point anymore because everything's about the 19 seconds. So I'm glad the 19 seconds going away. In my opinion, in my personal opinion, I wish friendly fire was on for everyone. The way that the Dark Zone is ran, I would be okay with if one of my teammates are running in front of me and I'm shooting, I take them out, kind of like Rainbow Six Siege. You know, you shoot somebody on your team and they die. I would have been okay with that change too, but I'm happy with this change. The new weapons, the new exotics that they're bringing out, they have 2 sniper rifles coming, an LMG and a new SMG. They haven't given us much on any of them except the fact that the sniper rifles aren't going to be bolt action. So we'll kind of have to see what comes out of it. What are your thoughts on the weapons and not doing a bolt action? Because I know a lot of people love the M44. The custom M44 is a go-to weapon in this game for people that run snipers.
Yeah, so I'm guessing it'll be similar to the sniper we have now, that the SVD. So I'm not sure. Automatic sniper is pretty good for the game. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it.
Yeah, me too. I think it's gonna be amazing. I don't know why I got
I had
that come through.
I had a question for you. With 2.0, you don't think it'll encourage like multi-grouping since you won't be able to go rogue like without your consent?
I do think it's going to encourage multi-grouping, not necessarily, not just for the rogue teams that decide to go rogue and help each other out, but now you're truly gonna have the server coming after you, and I worry about the grenade spam because right now grenade spam is at a minimum, and you could have a team of 4 final measures, but if you have 7 or 8 people on that aren't rogue coming after you, essentially hunting you, all they have to do is throw grenades in your general area, and you're only going to be able to defuse so many of them if you have all the final measures. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with that, and hopefully during the PTS tomorrow. Which, are you going to be playing it on the PC?
I can't promise, but I may play it on the PC tomorrow. I have a lot of other things I'm doing right now, so
I will be playing it on the PC. Whether or not I'll be streaming it, I don't know, but I will be playing it on the PC. I'm gonna finish my character today so I can have everything ready for tomorrow. But I want to see how that's gonna go. I'm with you on Resistance. I started out this game in PvE, and it took me almost 6 months to get decent at PvP. So my heart is in PvE, but we'll check out the PvP for sure.
yeah, it'll be fun with skirmish 4v4. That's an awesome touch. I'm so happy they did that. Lets the squads that like play a lot together have a lot of chemistry. Just feel like they did something. They worked for something. So I'm pretty happy that they're coming out with skirmish.
Anything you think they could have done better with skirmish?
Honestly, I haven't played it yet, so I would just have to wait to give my criticism or my critique.
My only wish, and it's not, of course, obviously I haven't played it either, but I wish we would have private matches.
Oh yeah, bro,
I'd love to be able to do some private matches.
With private matches, man, this whole game would like change because you would be able to do tournaments. You would be able to just like play against friends, and never have anybody that would come and ruin your fun in DZ, or you wouldn't have to like try to match up and skirmish like over and over and over till you get to play against your friends. So private matches would be. I've been asking for private matches since I started doing tournaments like around 1.1.
Oh yeah,
and they just never been able to achieve the private matches.
When they announced skirmish, the first thing I thought of was you and your tournaments. I was like, oh, he's gonna be able to run tournaments if they enable private matches. I'll be able to start doing tournaments, and yeah, it would change the game at its core. It would bring so much more into the game. But it is what it is. I'm happy we have a 4v4 mode. They hit on a lot of good things today. We hit on the PTS coming out tomorrow. If you're a console player, it might be delayed. And they didn't mention anything about invites today again. Just make sure that you have the box checked in your Ubisoft account to receive emails from them, because I think that's what hurt a lot of people. What else did they hit on? Hunters, the Underground. Bruh. Hunters in the Underground?
In the Underground?
Are you kidding me?
That's gonna be epic.
Are you kidding me?
That's gonna be epic.
You get 2 spawned for your first person on your team, and then 1 for every other person. So you're essentially, if you're in a team of 4, you're gonna have to fight off 5 hunters, and they can just arrive sporadically.
Wow, I love that.
They may show up, they may not.
Gives us a challenge, man.
It's gonna be.
I'm really happy they did that.
Oh yeah, it's gonna turn the Underground around, man. I mean, you think about it right now with the directives and the way that they are. Some of the directives are they're not fun to play. I mean, just call it what you want. It's not fun to play. Underground is one of the least utilized DLCs in the game. So throwing something in like the Hunters, just wait till they say one day that the Hunters are going to be in the Dark Zone when you're extracting normally. what's gonna happen then? You're gonna have hunters cutting your rope.
Yeah, man, I'm so excited.
What else?
What part are we on right now?
Right now we're still under the recap, but it's those new ones that I sent you. The PTS. If you go down to the very bottom, PTS
Okay.
for 1.8. It's because we got the notes after, so I threw them in after. So we'll go down there and then we'll hit up on the rest of it. And excuse, this is our first time to do it. We're just coming out here giving you guys the info, hoping that it's helpful, and hoping that y'all will come stick around for more of these to come, because I plan on doing more of these regularly, at least weekly for you guys. This game, my heart's in this game. I love this game. There's so much going on with this game right now. So much negative and positive at the same time, but it's still, at the end of the day, it has my heart. Tiene mi corazón.
Yeah, I totally could relate, man. I've loved this game since the beta, and I just can't believe like the state that it's in, man. Just it's been constant issue after issue. They try to fix it, new issues arise. I think they just need to simplify the game a little bit more. It's kind of too many things crashing into each other.
I agree. You just laid it out perfectly, in my opinion.
Net coding. There's a lot of different things. Servers.
Complicated it so much that now a change to A causes a change to Z. And you can't find it because you have to make it all the way from B to Y in order to figure it out. And you have people out there that spend their time regularly looking for ways to glitch the game. Some because they want to expose it and get it fixed, and others because they want to use it to win. I.e. the RPM glitch. You jumped into the server last week or the week before, and you were getting killed by 3 or 4 bullets. I mean, it was a game breaking glitch. Definitely game breaking. Hey, Live Fast, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. You have myself, LOK King Macho over there. We're gonna hit y'all with this Division Community Podcast. If you have any questions, feel free to let us know. You can watch his stream on. I'll post a link to his stream. Give me a second.
So all the old directives are gone? Wow.
Yes.
New directives added?
Yes.
You want to enlighten us on that?
All right. So in the underground. So they're fixing major bugs. Yes, by adding minor. I'll elaborate on that more in a little bit, Paradox. So Division, the underground. The old directives that were there, which was the one with no map, I forget what it's called, Fog. The one with using one skill takes away your other skill. Sickness, all of those directives are gone, and they're replacing them. They only gave us 2 that they were going to replace them with so far. We're going to have a 5 total, but they only did 2, or announced 2 today. One is Electrotech, which allows you to use your skills more often, but it also disrupts you when you use your skills, so your map goes away, and there was some other glitching on the screen, but I couldn't really tell exactly what it was 100%, but they did say that your map and things would be disrupted. The second one they announced was shock ammo, and just as it sounds, you'll be able to put shock ammo into your weapon and fire it off at enemies and shock them and kill them. The downside to it is if you don't use like burst fire and you just spray, you're just sitting there spraying them, you end up getting electrocuted. So you kind of have to time the way that you do it and make sure that you're not just aiming down sights and unloading clips as you go.
I like those mechanics. Sounds good.
I do too. If they're going to do those 2, I can't wait to see what else they bring to the table. Did you hear what they said about the checkpoints in the underground?
No, but I know there will be checkpoints now. I didn't hear what they said.
So what they're going to do is they're going to put, it sounded like a couple of checkpoints in the underground. So that way if you get killed, say a team of hunters comes and kills you, then you will be checkpointed back either a couple of rooms or to the beginning of that phase that you were in. It depends on where you were at. So that's going to be a welcome change in my opinion, because I don't know how many times I've been in the underground and I play with somebody and one person makes a mistake, and it's just by chance they go out too far and they end up getting taken out, and they were the healer, and then all of a sudden all the NPC rush you in a 5 directive phase 3 and you're at the boss. And you wipe and you go back to the very beginning. So that's going to be a very, very welcome change in my opinion. So much good stuff came out of this. Did you happen to, about time? I hear you, big dog. Did you hear about Hunter's Faith?
Yeah, I heard it's getting a buff. So for all you snipers out there, I don't know. They're reworking the whole build, so I'm not too sure. I don't think they went in depth on what's happening to Hunter's Faith, but I'm pretty sure you're gonna want to have it.
Did
That
you?
and Banshee.
Banshee for sure. Banshee for sure.
Did you hear anything else on Hunter's Faith?
I heard a little bit, and it's going to be a little bit of speculation in the fact that they mentioned it's going to be geared towards bolt action snipers. So all you M44 lovers, Hunter's Faith might be the gear set for you. But did you catch the little thing that it was either Terry or the other guy said, in the fact that the 4 and 6 piece are going to be different now? They didn't announce classified Hunter's Faith that I heard, but they announced the 4 and 6 piece change. So Hunter's Faith classified tomorrow, 1.8 PTS. I guess we're gonna have to see, because they kind of made it seem that way. Either way, the 2, 3, and 4 piece talents are going to be changed, and I guess we'll see what happens with the 5 and 6 piece if it comes out tomorrow.
Yeah, we will.
So we've hit
Trying
all
to sign it.
we've hit all the good stuff. We've talked about all the good stuff. Let's give
The
our
bad
thoughts
stuff.
on the bad stuff. The things that we consider negative, the game breaking stuff. Because it
Okay.
can't be all rainbows and butterflies and unicorns.
So here we go. Let me start this off like
Go ahead.
this. They need to fix the servers, man. If they do not get new servers, private servers, some type of servers, the game will keep dying. I can't reiterate this enough, man. I personally can't play most of the time because I just feel like it's super lag. I feel like people are cheating, so I get frustrated myself. I usually like to be I'm not gonna say top tier player, but I like to be one of the better players in the community, and then when I'm dying to somebody that is just cheating, playing out, straight and simple, while I work really hard to make my build very good, it makes me just feel horrible, and I just went away from the game. So I hope they fix that. I hope they change all the issues that we're already having with the game and stop trying to add things to the game, more or less perfect what you have now and then add more, because if you keep adding, it's just going to keep becoming a crazy mess, and you're not going to know what's happening, and it's going to take months to fix, and we're just going to lose all of the fan base, so
Oh yeah.
that's what I think. What do you think right now?
You know what?
What's the most annoying thing?
With everything you said, so everything you said with one of these people coming out and cheating, because I'll be the first to say I'm not the best at this game. I don't ever say that I'm the best at this game, but I can hold my own in the dark zone. If I'm in a team that is fully synergized and is communicating, I can hold my own just fine. I will get killed. There's no question about it. There are people out there that are better. I tried a 1v1 this fool over here, and I died in what seemed like an RPM glitch. That's how fast I went down. But I know that wasn't the case. His skill is superior to mine when it comes to the DZ. It's just factual. It's factual. But when you go out there and you're in a good team and you're playing well and you're fighting, and all of a sudden you go up against a team that just wipes you in less than a second, your whole team is wiped, and then they come and clap on you or they laugh, that does it for me. That does it for me. The fact that they did it already bothers me. And then you're going to clap, or you're going to laugh, or you're going to dance. There was no skill in what you did. You didn't achieve anything. If I had the glitch going, I could have probably done it to you, but I love this game so much that I try to keep true to it and not ruin anyone else's experience.
Exactly. Another thing that just kills me, that makes me cringe, is I don't know if this was intentional, but I highly doubt this was intentional, because this guy is speaking on a platform to 3,000-4,000 people, and he may not have worded it correctly, but all I understood from what he said, and I'm American, so maybe that's why I didn't really totally understand him, but all I understood was, it's okay to use the glitch, guys. That's all I understood from 2 or 3 minutes of this dude talking. It seemed like he was, okay, so it's not infinite stack anymore, so it's only a 1 stack now, so it's kind of acceptable. So if you guys, we're not banning anyone for using it. So basically, right there, when you say it's only a one stack, we're not banning anyone for using it.
Everybody starts using it. And Jack and Cokes just came into the chat and said, "Fix the hills, fix the servers, and fix the hills." You are not joking. I don't know how many times I've gone to pop a med kit or pop a heal, and I'm doing it right before I get to that last segment because I'm in a fight and it doesn't go off. Or have any of you, and maybe this is just me, have any of you ever shot a heal on the ground or try to throw something on the ground and you do a complete 180 and shoot it in the opposite direction? Is that
Yeah, I think they changed the.
It just happened to me the other day.
Okay.
It just happened to me again. They need to add regional servers. I think there are regional servers, Live Fast. I think that there are regional servers in here. And Paradox, what Macho just said goes back to your question. So are they fixing the major bugs? They did. They fixed the infinite RPM mod stacking and gave us the one stack. And then said, but we're not going to ban anybody for doing it, which is where Macho got the, it's okay, go ahead, use it. We know about it. We'll get to it eventually. But
we fixed it, but it's not fixed.
but Macho, if we're being real, as much as you love the game, if we're being real, how long did it take that ammo box in Rooftop Comm Relay, to get to where you could actually use it without going through the gate and out the door? It took them until 1.4 to fix
it. It took them like an update or something.
It took them to 1.4. It was in the game when the game started, and in 1.4 it got fixed.
Talking about the shield to go off the map, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That was crazy. I mean, but like I could deal with that. Like, it's not acceptable, but I can deal with it because it's not PvP.
Correct.
Like people are just farming, so like I kind of could like understand that. I don't really like trip out about that, but when you like RPMing and stuff like that, that's just not acceptable. That needs to be a hot fix. That needs to be something that they deal with overnight, maybe within that week. Not wait for a scheduled like update to try to fix it. That needs to be fixed immediately, man. If anybody's working on the game,
Exactly. And the fact that it's server side or it's based on them client side, so they have to put out a patch and then hiding behind, well, we've got to get the patch certified by Microsoft or Sony. I have to call BS on that, man. I have to. Not to bring up another game, but if you look at Destiny's been putting out updates. I'm not going to say
Destiny's life
regularly. It is life. It's fun, man. It's all about the Crucibile. It's all about that Crucibile.
I even like farming on that. But yeah, let's stick to the division because we're just gonna make Destiny shine right now.
See, and Paradox just said Lawbreakers got 3 updates in 3 days last week. There's no way that they certified that 2 weeks ago, a week ago, through Sony and Microsoft. I mean, could they have possibly? But come on, this is game-breaking stuff here. The fact that I can't go into the Dark Zone and have a fair fight makes me not want to go into the Dark Zone. I don't know when the last time I touched Last Stand was. And why would I want to do that? Why would I want that frustration?
Yeah, man.
I'm not about to do that to myself. I don't want to go out there and do that. This game has so much potential. It's beautiful. Honestly, it's one of the most beautiful games I've ever seen. The gameplay is nice when it works right.
Touching up on some positives, because we know like there's a lot of negatives, man. Like you was just saying, man, there's no game I ever played that gave me the feeling that I have when I play the Division, man. I'm sitting on a character right now. I don't know. I think you have my stream queued away. But I have 67 days on one character. Okay, I play this on all platforms. I play this on PlayStation. I play this on Xbox. I even play on PC. I have a build. But I just don't understand, like, this game, I love it so much. I never seen, like, the detail in a game. I never been able to like loot and shoot the way that you do in this game. I never been able to take somebody's loot, you know what I mean, extract it, cut their extraction, kill the whole server. I never been able to do that in any other game. So I really love this game. I really hope they get it together, man. I'm gonna probably be playing a little bit more survival because I used to be one of the best survival players, man. And it just died. Like it was just getting repetitive. There was like the reward wasn't like really fulfilling to me, and I don't know. I really want this game to be good, man. So I hope they hear this somehow. I know they heard a lot of other people talk about this, but hopefully they fix it, man.
I'm with you. I'm with you. The last thing I want is for these servers to be shut off. I'm kind of interested to see how the week plays out, though. Now, I mean, 1.8, the PTS is out. Year 2 content is about to be at the end of its cycle. We are at the last quarter of year 2. What's next? Will there be a 1.9? Will there be 2.0? Will there be Division 2? What what's going to happen? Not what's the state of the game, but what is the state of the game going to be moving
I
forward?
think Division 2 is a thing.
Do you?
I think so.
We have
I
to,
mean, I don't see how a company like Ubisoft could have this game in this condition without them working on a different project that's a lot bigger.
Paradox just brought up a good point. It was the third best-selling game of 2016. The third best-selling game. It made $330 million in its first week.
And then what happened was there was a lot of glitches. For one, I'm not gonna say any names, but you know, if you're a Twitch streamer and you're promoting glitches and you're promoting like broken APCs and Falcon's Lost, you're gonna lose a lot of people in the game. Like you're gonna get some notoriety, like people are gonna notice you, but then in the same you're gonna damage the game you're playing. Like a lot of the people don't play this game anymore, so they didn't care. But those are the things that breaks this game. Like it's there, but like we shouldn't be demonstrating it to the community so they could like abuse it. You know what I mean?
I agree. I agree with you. And so let's touch on something a little bit controversial. You ready for this? You want to be controversial?
Yeah, I'm down for it. Let's do it.
What are your thoughts on streamers and YouTubers and how they've changed the outcome of the way that the game played? As a streamer, both of us are streamers, so obviously I'm definitely not a big streamer at all, but I mean, people ask questions of someone like you, someone like specifically you, where they want to know what your thoughts are on the game. Where do you think it stands? How do you feel that the community of content creators has affected the way that this game has played out, given the fact that Massive has opened it up to PTS testing and inviting certain people to the PTS? Now, they invited random people to the ETF. I apologize, ETF. But they also invited content creators and big content creators that grew specifically off this game. How do you think that that's affected the game? Or do you think it has had any effect, positive or negative?
I think it's had a tiny effect. I believe it's probably a more positive effect than a negative effect because those content creators, like, they absorb usually what the community says and they just like put their own twist to it and then express it to the developers. So I think it's been a bit positive, but that's just my perspective. Like I have a lot of these dudes that are my actual friends, so it might be a little different for me when I see some like type of content created and I watch it, and I don't know, like shout out to Jasamian. I watch a lot of his content. Marcos, I watch some of like Butter's content, so I can't really say I dislike their content, but I think it's been a positive like influence.
Yeah, and
like,
I didn't mean like say whether you like it or dislike it. Everybody that
No, I
you
got
just
you, I got you,
named,
yeah.
I've watched their content. I've played in the Dark Zone against Jasamian. Jasamian's a beast in the DZ. He puts
he's a good player.
really good builds together. Never played against Light Butter. Never played against Marco. I don't know that I really want to play against Marco.
Nah, Marco's a tryhard. Even though he doesn't say it.
Marco is insane. So I'm not saying that their content that they're putting out is bad. I just know that their ideas carry a lot more weight than most others. And you can, I mean, some could look at it and say that each one of them wanted the game to play the way that they wanted it to play, which was great for them and their community, but it could have affected someone else's community. I mean, it's a give or take. I'm not saying it's good or bad either way. I know that, again, they carry a lot of weight. Jack just said it would be nice if Ubi would give Division 2 to someone else instead of Massive.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, I just don't understand, man.
I don't. Massive won Avatar, the highest grossing movie of all time, being made into a game by Massive. I mean, rip Avatar. Hopefully,
I think it's just too many variables, bro. I think it's too complicated, the game, honestly, and that's just causing bugs. Like, they just introduced us loadouts like a few updates ago, and now
1.6.
people are just realizing that you've been able to stack the whole time. You know what I'm saying? So it's just the updates kind of like hurt the game a little bit because they I'm not saying they come out unfinished. I'm just saying people find a way to exploit it because that's in any game. Like people are gonna be there for hours breaking their head trying to just find one exploit so they can benefit from it to maximize either DPS, skill haste, toughness. But there's always gonna be somebody trying to break your game. So when your game gets broken and content providers bring it to your attention, make YouTube videos or even hit you on Twitter, you should like kind of, be like, oh, okay, look at this, let's.
I missed this comment from Paradox. He said, "Don't see why they wouldn't do a Division 2 even with the drop off." And you're probably right. You don't make $333 million on a game and not have a goal of creating another one. Watch Dogs 1 didn't do as great as it could have, and after the game came out, I think it sold pretty well when it first came out, but they still did Watch Dogs 2. So
yeah, and Watch Dogs 2, I think did good too. So
yeah, so you never know. I mean, for them not to do it would be insane. It's just I'm with you on this, Jack. I don't know that Massive is the team that should lead it. Will they be the team that leads it? Probably. Will I play it if they lead it? Absolutely. But I know that my expectations of the game are going to be that it's going to be glitched, and I'm either going to deal with the glitch or I'm not going to play the game. And I'm going to play the game, so obviously I'm going to be dealing with the glitch. I got to know what happened to Aaron Keener. I have to. Where'd he go? He just took off with that other scientist. What was his name? Dr. Amherst? Because we went to Amherst's apartment. Yeah, and then they took off with Vitali. Come on. Where'd they go? Plus they're doing a movie. Is that still a go? Is the movie still happening?
I think the movie was like just a player's project.
If you go to IMDb and look up Division, they've got Jake Gyllenhaal and Jessica Chastain in roles. They don't say what their roles are, but it has them cast in the movie.
Yeah, movie's still a go.
It still says it's a development. It's supposed to be in 2018. Hey, well then I guess we'll see what happens. I'll watch the movie too. I'll buy it on iTunes. It's Division. I'm addicted to this. I'm addicted to a broken game. I have a problem. And
this is the issue. Like, we love the game, but I have someone in my chat. Shout out to my boy Pointless. He says Massive hides the flaws with hype. So they bring out new content and hype the old shit out.
Yes.
Before we all like
yes,
really know this was happening. So
yes,
then we realize it's the same broken game.
He is so on it. He nailed that so well. I couldn't have said that better. They're like, yes, we have an RPM glitch, but hey, Hunter's Faith is getting a rework. What up? Yeah, Hunter's Faith.
Yeah.
Then the chat's like, oh my God, Hunter's Faith, Hunter's Faith, Hunter's Faith. And it
keep your Banshee, guys. Keep your Banshee.
It's the new guy that comes in and is like, hey, well, what's going on with the glitch? And then you're like, wah, wah, wah.
I know the game's broken, but keep your Banshee check.
Yes. That's so how it goes.
It.
They're like, oh, we got a stacking glitch, 1.8 PTS. What's up?
Okay, so this is another thing. I feel like we're just like at this point just criticizing. Well, I love this game so much. I want it to be a good like positive experience for the community, but we just have to address these issues before we can move forward. I feel like
it's not being negative. I love the game. Anybody that knows me and knows me well knows that this is my game. You said it yourself. There's not been a game that has grabbed me the way this game has due to everything that goes along with it. I, as a player of this game and a lover of this game, knows that if I'm going to continue to play it, I'm going to have to deal with certain glitches because the developer has their hands full trying to figure out all the broken pieces of the mechanics. I know this. and I should be able to criticize it and say that I feel like it could be better because of this, or I don't like this aspect of it, because at the end of the day, I still turn it on every single day. There's not a day that goes by that I'm not playing Division. I should really be able to say that I don't like certain things and it not be taken as, oh, Tim's bashing the game, Tim's just talking trash, which is true partially, but it doesn't mean that I don't still want to play it. It doesn't mean that I still don't watch you stream it when you stream it daily, or I'm watching other people streaming it on Mixer. I'm always in someone's stream on Mixer watching them play Division. I love this game. I'm in the forums regularly talking to people about the broken mechanics and the exploits, or if this was fun, or if I enjoyed this, or what is everybody's take on this. I feel like if I didn't have this type of like connection to the game, then I would have been done with it. And yeah, then I wouldn't have put this together with you and said, let's start a chat to where we can just put this out there for people and get them interacting. Sorry, I just went on a tangent.
No, you're good. You're good. I love it. I'm hearing you, man. You just pouring your heart and your soul, which is amazing. You know, that somebody feels the same exact way about a game that I do. You know, I've been dealing with a lot. My channel's gone through a lot with this game. You know, I've had a lot of people just disliking me for no reason. A lot of people DDoSing me like daily. You know, and it's just a lot of people stream sniping me all the time, which makes it hard to like play the video game that much more for me, because, you know, I have to deal with this on a day-to-day basis. But I still would always play the game. I still had love for the game. Even if I was getting killed or spawn trapped, I would still like have fun playing the game. You know, of course I would get angry because I'm getting killed, you know, and spawn trapped. But this is just the most amazing game I've ever played. And I hope anybody that's hearing this podcast understands that we love this game. We just want to let everybody know what's happening, you know, how we feel, because we're like true to this video game. We've been playing this game for so long. I had to take a break personally. I can't deal with the RPM stack glitch. You know, I couldn't deal with it. I can't be killing 3-4 people with my team and then have one person come kill all 4 of us in like a clip and a half or something like that. You know, it's
it pisses
pretty
you
crazy.
off. It pisses you off. There's no question about it. Let's see. Kurt or Mohit Mohan asked, what about Rainbow Six Siege and Wildlands? Are they getting a part 2? I have no idea. I will say that the PvP for Ghost Recon Wildlands will be out in beta on the tomorrow. I believe tomorrow. So if you want to test that out, you can do that. And what game did I play before I played Division? Honestly, nothing. I had stopped gaming like regularly after Borderlands. After the original Borderlands, I played that game. I milked it for all it was worth, and I didn't play another game until I started playing Division. I played Rainbow Six a couple of times and I had fun with it, and I was like, yeah, this is a good game. But it wasn't until Paradox asked me, are you going to get the Division? And I was like, what the hell is the Division? Oh, it's another Tom Clancy game. You should check it out. Checked out the trailer for it. I bought 5 copies that day. One for,
wow.
One for me, one for my wife, one for my son, one for my daughter, and one for Paradox, because he's the one that told me about it. All of them the gold edition. So that way when it came out, we could play it.
Awesome.
And
another point. Oh, my bad. You can
No, go ahead.
I was going to say also another point. I've had a lot of patience with this game. You know, even after we figured out that the RPM glitch was working. I understand this, bro. I say this a lot too. Every game has issues. Every game has glitches. We could use Destiny right now as a reference.
Warning,
Destiny
entering
2,
Noctone.
broken. Right now you can't do the Nightfall. The normal raid was dropping hard mode loot. Sometimes it's glitching where your whole team dies and you're the only one alive for no reason. Sometimes the phases don't work. You know, and it's just that's the thing that happens in games, you know. They gotta put it out there, let the masses like play it, try to break it. Then they have to fix it, man. If they don't fix it, you know, it's never gonna work. So I'm just hoping they taking notes. But guys, glitches always happen. This is something normal in video games. If you've been a gamer for a long time, you know this. You know that what I'm saying is true. So just try to have a little bit more patience with them, guys. I'm going to give them myself until 1.8. I'm gonna praise this game until 1.8. If they don't do what they have to do at 1.8, I might have to like just stop streaming, guys. I don't know what I'm gonna do because
Don't say that.
made me.
Don't say
The
that.
division made me, man. You know, when I stream another game, I only get like 20, 30 viewers. You know, if I'm hosted, 40, 50. And that's kind of like a very small amount. But when I play this game, I have a lot of support. You know, I have a lot of friends. I have a lot of clanmates. I have a lot and enjoy the game. But I'm just not enjoying the game at the moment. You know, I want them to fix it. And I hope they get it right, man.
Don't say you're gonna quit. You got me into it.
Nah,
Let's see if my
I totally
command works.
understand, man. But it's just so hard when you love something you've been playing since the beta. Like most of the people in my chat right now, they said put ones in the chat if you play since the beta, and there's a whole bunch of ones in my chat. So I don't know what to do, guys. We're all in the same boat. Like all we could do is just try to make this a nice little podcast and maybe send it to Hamish. I got him as a friend. He's got me as a friend. And maybe he could like watch it, view it, give me some feedback. Maybe I could inform you guys, let you guys know what's happening. But yeah, man, I'm down to work with Tim Dub every week. I love where this is going. I love the energy. I love the vibe. I want us to be a positive community, guys, all around. Make sure you guys check him out on Mixer. If I have a moderator, please post his link once again. Make sure you guys go show him some love in his chat. Tell him what's up, guys.
I appreciate that, and I'm with you, man. The love for this game is unreal. I will play this game until 2 comes out or until they shut down the servers, and I'm hoping it's 2 that comes out, because I'll play other games. You know, we mentioned Destiny. We won't talk a lot about it, but we mentioned Destiny. Great game. I am enjoying it, but I come back to the Division. The Division is, hey, what's up, Red Devil? The Division is home, and I made a lot of friends. I met you through Division. I mean, a lot of things have been forged because of this game. You know, you got me motivated to stream this game whenever I had no idea what games to really stream. So I thank you for that. But
Yeah, bro. Thank you for all the support and opportunities you've given me also, man. Like, I know so many people that have been made off this game, bro. Like, I can name all the streamers some of you guys watch, man. They all been made from this game, guys. So they can't really, they talk crap about the game, but they shouldn't. Like, before this game, you was literally like nobody, you know? So show some respect to the game. And everybody understand, man, net coding is so difficult. Coding for the game is thousands upon thousands of codes, like my boy said in the chat, man. So
line after line.
you got Alex.
Line after line.
It's just extremely difficult to fix, guys. So let's just be patient with them, is my opinion for now, man.
So as we get to the end of it, let's touch up on the good things. The good things in 1.8 that are coming out. We have, again, new weapons. We have the Resistance. We have Skirmish coming out, which is the 4v4. Resistance, I got to get a team together. I'm hoping I can get Jack back into it to play in it.
Resistance, I'm so excited for it. I don't know if you want to like explain it a little bit. We have a little bit of information about Resistance. So for some of you guys that don't watch the state of the game or don't have time to, you want to explain it, buddy, or?
Go ahead. Let me introduce you real quick. Kurt Goody just asked in the chat who's the guy's name I'm talking to. That's King Macho. Kurt, he's in the Discord now, so he is a partnered Twitch streamer and a personal friend of mine and Jen's. We've been friends for about 6 months now, going on strong. I check out his streams every time that I can. So yeah, he was actually helping me grow my Twitch channel when I started on Twitch before I switched over to Mixer, where I just stayed. So that is LOK, King Macho. He's the clan leader for LOK, Legion of Kings. And he plays this game and Destiny and PUBG, all of those. But like me, Division is his heart.
Thank you so much for that shout out and love, man. Like as always, I have someone in my chat that says he was a former coder, and the process can take months depending on how detailed the game is. And he says the Division is one of the like most complex games he's probably seen. So I can totally understand like
I can't
the game having, but. So for Resistance, it's a horde mode, guys. If you guys haven't heard of it, it's kind of I think there's boss rounds every 5 rounds. I'm reading the notes that you sent me, by the way, Tim.
Okay.
So how does that work? Like, What do you guess?
Oh,
What do you think?
with
How
the,
will it work?
with the boss rounds.
Yeah.
All right,
So
so
like,
go
yeah.
ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I'm listening. No, I'm listening.
So every 5 waves in resistance, and if you don't know what resistance is, again, it's the horde mode. It's you go into this intrepid. What's up, Spinneroonie? You go into the intrepid, and you have waves of NPC that come at you, and it's an infinite number of waves. It never ends.
Infinite.
You cannot
Never
beat
ends.
resistance. I'm sure people will try, but you cannot beat resistance. And every time you go past a wave, they just get harder and harder. Every 5 waves, you encounter a boss fight. Those bosses drop loot. The higher the wave you're in, and the farther you go, and the more time you spend in it, the better the loot drops get. To the point where you go from normal to hard to challenging to legendary type NPC, and the drops get better and better and better. So I don't know. They said like wave 15 is when you hit legendary, so you'll probably start getting hit with much better loot. I don't know. They did say exotics are possible. We didn't even touch on Manhunt, bro. That's like your cup of tea. We didn't even talk about Manhunt.
So I'm kind of excited. I didn't really get too much like detailed gameplay of Manhunt, but from what I like could put together, what I saw was that they were going Manhunt. There was different tiers. I saw no timer. Every time your teammate comes like around your area, you know, they go Manhunt also, even if they have no tiers. The higher the tiers you get in the Manhunt, the better the rewards. I also saw that you had to, instead of running out of timer, which is pretty smart, you have to go to a certain area of the map and, how do I say, upload the Manhunt, maybe, something like that.
You have to
I don't know if
cleanse
you
it.
saw
They
more
called it
gameplay.
cleanse it.
Cleansing the Manhunt.
Yeah, it's like
I'm not sure if you have to continually do that throughout the map, but I'm pretty excited for that mechanic, man. I'm definitely gonna be playing with the stream and viewers. Hopefully, we play together like we've played multiple times. Me, you, and your wife, and
Oh
you know
yeah, for
anybody
sure.
else.
And now that I got
It's
this
always
set up,
always fun.
we could stream it at the same time. So whenever you want to play,
Yeah,
I'll just pop up this cam, and it'll be mine and your gameplay.
that
So
sounds good, man.
co-streaming on Mixer and Twitch. Who'd have thought?
Wow.
Who'd have
Hopefully, we don't
thought?
get it.
Hey, we're breaking down barriers, fool. Walls are dropping.
I wanted to check with Twitch if it's like allowed to like be promoting and you know all this stuff with Mixer because I don't know how that works really. I have no idea.
Yeah, you might want to ask because we can always
Yeah,
do these offline.
I'm pretty sure it's the same for you. Like
We can. No, I've already.
if you're partnered, you know, you're partnered, so it's a little bit different. It's more of a business now for you.
Hold on, let me do something. Got him.
I don't know if they like appreciate people fraternizing with like company with company, you know.
Both of them are rich companies, Microsoft, Mixer, but you never know.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, could be. I hope they don't care. I would love to like do some stuff with Mixer, man. It looks pretty like a really dope platform.
Oh yeah, for sure. I love it over here. I do.
So
It's home.
I'm excited and I'm hopefully I hope they reward us with a lot of loot for the manhunts, man.
They said
I really
the more manhunt caches you get, the higher chances you have to get classified. So you never know. Also, if you kill a manhunt, depending on their level, you get bounty caches. So that's something else to consider. If you don't want to be the manhunt and you want to get gear,
I don't know how that is though because that right there encourages multi grouping.
Oh, it's,
you know what I mean?
It's going
like
to every aspect
like
of
if
this.
there was no reward for killing manhunts, then everybody would try to be manhunt. You know, forget killing the manhunt. I just wanna be manhunt so I can
Right.
get me some loot.
Right.
But like you giving people that kill manhunts loot, you kind of like how do you say you're kind of insisting people to not go rogue, and it'll be a lot easier to get a cash from just killing a manhunt than actually going manhunt.
Oh yeah, because
So-
you don't have to be the one that kills the manhunt. Did you catch that? All you have to do is it's basically like a boss. Get a shot on the manhunt and you get the cash.
Wow.
Everybody gets the cash. Kurt Goody asked, how long have you been partnered? And I assume that's going to both of us. So how long have you been partnered now? 6 months, right?
I believe, yeah, 6 months.
Yeah,
That'll going on 7. And you? How long you been?
2 months. I've
2
been
months.
partners
Wow.
2 months now.
Feels good, man.
It does. It feels amazing. We've got an awesome community over here that I love.
You want to speak about the partnership?
Best 2 months ever. The Mixer
Best-
partnership? Yeah.
Yeah.
You go. A lot of people know Mixer. Let them
Yeah.
hear you. What about Twitch? How's Twitch partnership treating you?
Twitch partnership has been amazing, man. It's like, I don't know. I've always loved streaming. Like before I got partnered, it was pretty rough, to pay the bills and to keep myself, above water. But once I got partnered, man, everything changed. I've been so blessed. I've been so happy. My stream always goes through a lot, but it's just been amazing. I've been able to meet a lot of cool people. We have this verified check mark on Twitch, so a lot of people, show me love, like other streamers, and then even people in the chat, they just follow me out of nowhere. And I'm just really glad to be partnered and really blessed, man. It's been a great experience, a dream come true. Tremendous support and growth for my channel. And yeah, man.
You're over
I'm
20,000
super
follows
happy.
now?
What was that, my
Yeah,
bad?
you're over 20,000 follows now?
Yeah, I'm over 20,000
Look
followers.
at you
man.
go. Look at you
Feels
go.
good.
That's what's
Feels
up.
good.
Jack said I'll still be going rogue. Me too, Jack. Me too. Now it'll just be one of those things where I'm going rogue just because I want to do a fight. But I will be spending time in the skirmish just because I'd like to check it out and see how it really is going to be. So on that note, I think we've covered a lot. Do you guys have any questions from both sides, from the Mixer and Twitch side? Is there anything that y'all have questions on that y'all want answered? I got a command. Can somebody do the exclamation Macho in the chat so y'all know where to go find Macho at on his?
Yeah, we also have a exclamation Tim Dub in our chat.
Nice, that's
so
what's
make sure
up.
you guys check him out.
There's a link right there. Go hit him up. Go follow him. Just because he's on Twitch and I'm on Mixer doesn't mean that there's anything different. We're just on different streaming platforms. We still come together at the end of the day. We still play this game together. So he even offered to get me through a raid yesterday, and I had to be like, nah, man, that's a lot of work.
Nah, you don't have to worry about it. I got it, man. I got the God Squad on Destiny. The
Okay.
Legion of Kings, man. All my boys, we're all 305. And it wouldn't be any, inconvenience, man. Anytime you got time, I got you. Also, I was gonna tell you, I see we have here in the outline our expectation for the podcast.
Yes. Do you want to go on the expectation? My
I'll
expectation.
begin if you want, or you could begin. Go
No,
ahead.
you go ahead. You go ahead. I talk a lot as it is. I'm very verbose.
Yeah, I love it. I'm here to hear you, man. All right, so my expectation, give you guys some type of platform or event every week with the homie Tim Dub. Unless something arises, unless anything happens, we'll put it on Twitter. You can follow me and Tim Dub. My expectation is to just bring a positive vibe to the game, try to speak about the game, address all the issues we're having, maybe upload these podcasts to the developers of the game, because I kind of am pretty cool with some of them. So hopefully they hear us, guys, and they see, yo, look, we got all these people, they feel the same way about the game. And, maybe hopefully they take it into consideration. That's my goal. So whatever yours is, let me know what it is.
My goals are what you said, to bring a positive vibe to the community, to be informative. I want you guys to know that when you come here, that we're not just going to be talking about necessarily how we feel about the game, even though we are, but we're also going to be giving you information about the game that you may or may not just know offhand, because not everyone studies the game the way that we do. I mean, again, I live in the forums. The forums stay up on my PC at work, at home. When I'm in bed at night, I'm on my phone making sure that there's nothing that I didn't read about. So I want to make sure that we're bringing you information and answering questions. Today it's our first podcast to do for the Division community, and we're talking about it as we got the podcast going. Do we want to stream it? Do we want to interact with chat? How does that want to work? And I kind of like interacting with chat and having you guys ask live questions for us to answer, because when we put the podcast out, it goes out and people can't ask questions unless they send us an email or they shoot us a message on Twitter, which I need to put both of the Twitters in the chat as well, so that way you guys know where to follow both of us on Twitter. So I kind of like this, answering questions from both sides of the chat. What do you think about that, Mach?
Yeah, I love it, man. I love interacting with my community, with my chat, and they bring up a lot of good points. They have a different perspective than I do, so it's always awesome and fun.
Well, then we'll just keep doing it this way. And if you guys have questions, don't hesitate to hit us up. If you have questions right now, let us know. First, let me. Kurt Goody said, "You don't go rogue, Tim, do you? You're too nice of a guy." I do go rogue, but it's only like in certain conditions. Like, steal my stuff, or I just have to be salty. I can't lie. It's pretty simple. Jack said raids are only taking 2 hours now. Okay.
2 hours? That's too long, bro.
You heard it from Macho. And then Omega Snake said, are there any decent LMG builds? I like them, but I feel like they aren't viable late game and for PvP. Or if I am and him and I shoot the wrong guy. Oh, yes, I get what you're saying. That's two different things. So the or if I am is, if we go rogue because it's accidental. LMG builds. You have the perfect guy to ask about builds. Sitting right next to, well, not like right next to me, but like on the screen next to me over there. LMG builds, Macho. What do you got?
Lone Star competent running. I'm not sure if we should run Deadly. Competent Deadly. Let me see what I have on my LMG right now.
6-piece, 4-piece, 4-piece.
I'm pretty sure 6-piece will probably be like the best thing. I'm not too sure though. I have to check. I don't really mess with LMGs, but when I do, I'm pretty sure I make a really good build of it.
That's because LMGs are
not viable
in the game, unless you do it with Lone Star, because Lone Star gives you the extra 20% damage with a 5-piece.
Then it becomes overpowering.
But
especially if you run the right talent.
It should. I would recommend using either an MG5 or a good M60, because you're putting a lot of rounds down range, and then you never know. Stack it one time. You can do that. Massive said so. Just raise your RPMs one time. Don't do it. I'm just lying. Don't do that, please. Don't ruin it. But the MG5, because of the fact that it has higher RPMs, it's a feature. It's not a feature paradox. It's a glitch. Stop. Well, other than
MG5 packing.
I wouldn't even. Oh, the pack. I didn't even think about the packing. Yep, you're right. The packing too. I wouldn't even know how I barely got to shoot a gun in this game. Whatever. You're good, man. You're good.
So Adept is gone.
Adept is gone on yours?
Adept is going to be gone.
Oh, yeah. They're going to get rid of... Well, they're not going to get rid of it. They're going to get rid of the 5 stacking.
Yeah, but it's gone. That's the best way to use the talent, to continuously stack it with skill haste. It's pretty simple, and it does like tremendous amount of damage.
Mm-hmm.
So they're kind of like... I think they should have left that, honestly, because they have like bigger things to focus on. That's kind of like creates a skill gap, in my opinion. So like, if you're a better player, like how are you gonna like show that you're a better player? Like stacking Adept is not easy, and it's not cheating. So I don't understand why they would make a change like that. But
I don't either. Hey, we just got a really nice compliment from Kurt Goody. You guys are what a gaming community should be. I can tell you really care. You guys are great. Wish my game had community leaders like y'all. Hey, I appreciate that, man. I really do. I really do.
Yeah, we do.
This game it's like family to me, and you never give up on family, no matter what. Remember that.
Stacking Adept is a glitch. No, it's not a glitch, dude. Like, Adept is a talent, and every time you use your ability, it procs. So if you can figure out a way to maximize your skill haste, you can stack it like a few times. But the only thing it does is give you max crit chance, which is not like broken. If you can do that and you have the skill for it, by all means do it. But for LMGs, right now, I was using Adept, but I'm gonna have to not use that. So.
Switch it out for brutal. They do good with headshots. I like LMGs in PvE specifically with a striker set, and then one day I'll do my Super Saiyan build with Alpha Bridge where I get like every 30 seconds I get my all back.
I honestly might still use Adept, even though they changed it to only stack once. I don't know.
Jack said, damn, Tim keeps bringing me back to this game. Jack, it's home. It's home. Don't run away from home, bro. Come back. Come back to us. Come back. I'm not even going to respond to that, Kurt. You had me at the go. What's up, cartoon? All right, with that, I don't have anything else until next week. So, Macho, you got anything? If there's no more questions, Macho, are you in the chat? You're not in this chat, are you?
I gotta make an account. I was like watching it
on
my
browser. Let me pull up your Twitch and everything. Can somebody find Macho's Twitch and put it in there?
I have you right here, though. Make sure you guys go show him some love. Once again, man, he set this whole thing up. I'm just along for the ride, trying to get some exposure out here for us. So thank you so much again for the opportunity, man. It's a blessing. I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. You can contact us on Twitter. Also, I have Facebook, but I don't. You can add me. I'll add you guys back. And that's about it. I stream every day on Twitch. I'm not too sure how many days Tim Dub streams for, because I believe he owns businesses and stuff like that.
And I work regularly.
And he works regularly.
Just check my schedule. I'll be on tomorrow morning from 8 to 10. I'll be on the Xbox dashboard if y'all want to come hang out. There's Macho's right there. Thanks, Pat, for putting that. There's Macho's Twitter. Make sure y'all are giving him a follow. Yeah, Kurt, we're going to be doing this every week. So if you have questions throughout the week, send them to myself or Macho. This is my email address right here, or you can send it to the Twitter that I just put in. My email is pretty simple, me@timdub151.com. Simple. Send them there or put them on Twitter for us. We'll try to answer. If we can't answer them directly, we'll put them in the podcast, so that way next week we can answer them for you guys.
Last thing before we end out the podcast, I'm sorry.
No worries.
Massive, whoever watches this, whoever listens, man. If people are glitching in your game, do not allow it, man. Do not say that, we're not banning people, because then you're just promoting everybody to exploit that glitch. Even if you're not banning people, just say you're banning people. Don't let people feel like they can do a glitch, man, because it's not acceptable. And that's all. I wish they would permaban them. I swear, Xbox IP ban them, whatever, because it's just ruining the game. Every single time there's an issue in the game, it's those same people exploiting that issue, which is making your game, dwindle down in player base and viewer base and every base, It
is.
So
I agree. They have to put their foot down. They have to put it. Last question. What do you think about the Dark Zone? I love it.
I love the Dark Zone, bro. I die in the Dark Zone.
I die a lot in the Dark Zone. I mean, real talk.
Me too. Don't worry about it, bro. We're in the same boat.
All right, guys. Well, that's going to wrap it up for both of us. I'm going to end the podcast on that note. I appreciate everybody that came by and hung out with us during it. And make sure you're sharing it out so more people are getting it and listening to it. And send us your questions, man. That's what we're here for. We're here to answer what we can and get feedback from you guys. I mean, obviously Macho has connections into Massive that we could start trying to drive a positive change. And not that it will, but you never know. You never know. So I love you guys.
So true.
I appreciate y'all so much. Macho, thank you so much for even considering doing this with me. It's amazing to have you here. I really appreciate your support on this. And
thank you for the blessings and the opportunity, brother.
No problem. No problem. Well, with that, we will catch you guys later. Macho's still going to be streaming, so if you want to head over to his channel and watch him wreck people in the DZ, then
see you next week, boys.
We will be back next week. Deuces, y'all.